Hey guys, it's Alex. Wanted to give you an update as to how my Infinity Gauntlet build was going. And as you can see, I do have all 6 stones lit up. So that's a pretty good start. But let's go ahead and turn this on. And then I did not get this down. So underneath here, take a look at the wiring that I did. Now, as the previous video showed, I kept a lot of these little switches on here that are moved by the joints. So you can see right there, it'll activate the switch when it pushes on. So I ended up connecting the 4 fingers right here to going through the 4 individual switches. Now, I wish that when I originally did this build that I would have kept the original LEDs that were in it. I would have taken my time a little bit more and tried to read the voltages that were going through those individual LEDs. If the voltages read, I don't know, I guess anywhere from 2.5 volts, maybe up to 5 volts, somewhere in there, and then tested what was coming out of my my Arduino, then I might have been able to just wire directly onto the original boards. Now I may have had to separate a few items, maybe made some cuts across some connectors that were embedded in the PCBs themselves, but I think that probably would have been a little bit easier. When I originally took a look at the LEDs that were there, there were small resistors on there, which is always smart to do resistors on LEDs. But anyway, this is how it's all wired up. So I have the 5 joints. So I have this one to work with in the future if I want to expand on this, but these 4 currently articulate and basically trigger the Arduino into turning on the individual lights. So I've got them all set up here. Everything is wired through. Out of the wires here, the pink and gray are the ones that operate the switches. These thicker wires, which is actually just stereo wire, end up running the LEDs. Probably a little bit of overkill, but it seemed fine. This is my setup on the Arduino board. As you can see, I've got the Arduino there. That's a custom PCB on there, and then I have attached this. This is a audio player, so I can load sounds onto that board and then put it in with a micro SD card and then play it through whenever any of the fingers articulate. So that's going to be a project in the future, but I will set this up in such a way that I'll probably glue it along the side here, and then I can have access to it, so I can either upload new code as I write it, or if any of you guys out there can help me improve what I already have, if anyone's ever worked with any of these soundboards, that would be a big help to try to figure that out. But I can update the code anytime that I want, and then also have access to the soundboard. So I want that fairly accessible. So I put quite a bit of wire between here and there, so I'm going to have to do some cable management to hide that. But you can see here, I've got it set up to where I have activated these 3 fingers at the same time, and that will have these all of these lights come on at the same time. But let me just basically do one, and it will turn off all the lights there. But as you can see, whenever the index finger is pulled, it will turn on the green light. Now I do have, if we can see inside there, as it pushes the button, it actually goes a little bit further than it needs to. So I may glue something in there just so that when the knuckle goes past the activator, it will just keep the light on, or I may do something within the code to do that. Ideally, what I would enjoy doing is you can make a fist at any time, but whatever digit you pull down first, will the lights will do that individual sequence. So you can see here if I can activate it. The middle one should, there we go, will light up the power stone, and the ring finger here, there we go, the blue one will light up space stone, and then a combination of the pinky along with any of these three will light up the reality stone, soul stone, and then finally the mind stone. So that's how it's going so far. I should probably have at least a basic build of this done by this weekend, and then after that it's just improving the code and finding the right sound files and then kind of mixing those together. So if you do have any questions, leave comments down below, and then I'll try to answer it with whatever I can. And if you guys want to try to help me improve this code, I'd be more than happy to post it on GitHub and start a forum there so that we can try to get this thing looking pretty good. So anyway, later guys.